Shit every fucking time. Hey, let me unmute it. Let me unmute it. All right, all right. What the fuck is up, Trey? What's good, bro?
What's happening? What's good, bro? What's good? What's happening?
I'm
Feels good
chilling.
to
I'm
be
chilling.
here.
I'm excited, bro. Hell yeah, I'm glad to see you here, bro. You shit, you fresh off the bench today. You ain't no bench player today. You a starter. You a
Oh
starter
no, we
today, but
man.
yeah. What's good, everybody? It's another episode of BTB Black Team Broadcast. It's your boy Machiavelli 24. Normally, you see my guy Big Corey on stream with me. He was a game time decision this week. He on the injury report with an eye injury. I'm sure if y'all were here last week's episode, y'all heard. But yeah, filling in today, we got my guy Raider Tre, aka Tre Majors, in the building. You can call him shit Eddie Kane, Jamal Crawford, whatever the fuck you want to call him. That's the sixth man of the year today. Sixth man of the day.
For sure, bro. You know I had to come
Hell
in,
yeah.
hold it down for my dog Corey, man. Tap in with you. You already know you,
Yep.
bro, man. So had to come in and
Hell
do
yeah,
my
bro.
Jamal Crawford thing today. So let's get it, man.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm excited, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm happy to have you on here. You already know you family, bro. You honorary BTB automatic, bro. Even though when folks see BTB, they see me and they see Corey. They see you on the show a lot too. So you
Oh yeah.
honorary, bro. You fam.
Oh
You
yeah.
part of the BTB fam. And we got some members in the chat. Let's see who else we got. We got my guy Rundown, another member
Run
of the
down.
BTB family.
What it do?
Yeah, the other half of Blunts and Breakdowns. We got a special episode for y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune the fuck in for that. It's gonna be Devin White and Amari Gaynor. Yeah, we're
Ooh.
going over some film on. Yeah, we on the linebackers now. The name of that series, I believe, is Blunts and Blitzes. Yeah, we had to keep it on brand a little play
Oh
on words
yeah.
with the show.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but I appreciate everybody that's tuned in so far. If you're new to the show, shit, we do this shit every Thursday, same time, same place. It might be 6:15ish. You might pass the over, you might pass got the under. You never know on any given week, but shit, every week we gonna do this shit. But yeah, let's see what's good with who else we got in the chat. We got our guys in the building. Actually, matter of fact, before we even get into the rest of the chat, let's see. I got some special guests in the building. Let's see who we got here. Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Who the fuck we got in the building?
Surprise, motherfuckers.
Oh, what's up, motherfucker?
Guys,
We
what's
got
happening?
we got my guy Phil Jones and we got Felipe, motherfucking Filthy Phil.
Yes, sir.
What it
What's
do,
up,
fella?
motherfucker?
What's happening,
Hey, bro, you got
everybody?
that.
How you guys doing, man? It's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And
Yeah.
hey, Filthy Phil, you got that Cricket wireless Wi-Fi, my guy. You doing the robot over
Man,
there?
he been jumping all over the place. He ain't got that Cricket Wire. He got that Metro PCS.
That Metro piece of shit. Oh shit. Yeah, that's real. My guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
where that man
Appreciate that.
Corey at?
Appreciate that rundown, bro. You already know, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, before we get into what you just said, yeah, you're right, Rundown. We might have to get my guy on Blunts and Breakdowns real soon. Because
Let's get it.
my guy no ball. As long as we not going over no Georgia players, the opinion gonna be blunt and it's gonna be broken down properly. I already know. What the deal is. Yeah, we got my guy Larry in the building. Shout out my guy Larry from the section. Hell yeah, it's all love. Yeah. But you said where Corey at?
Yeah.
He this close to going to the IR, bro. Shit happens. Sometimes you get
Hey, look,
you get a
I'm gonna
little
let everybody know.
you be in the field, you get some Nerf gun warfare, and hey,
Damn,
it happens.
man.
Sometimes you get got, bro. Bro got in the
Look, Mike.
sound a little crazy, but you got shot in the eye.
Look,
What's happening?
I'm gonna let y'all know. No matter what, Corey's always gonna be with us. And just to lighten up the mood, Corey's right here with us.
What the fuck is that, bro? Is that a fucking newspaper article? What is that? Zoom in a little closer. Zoom in a little closer. Man, you look like a strict ass principal.
Yeah.
You look like you about to give somebody detention.
Dumbbells.
He look like you about to give somebody. He look like he about to tell somebody, why ain't you in class? Why are you in the restroom so long?
Over here looking like the swole ass version of Mr. Clark. You want to jump, Sam?
Damn, bro.
Face
But
ass.
shit,
Told you.
how? But
Hey,
yeah, he
look,
should be back.
just know he's
He's
gonna
a
be
little
with
bit.
us no matter what tonight.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. He gonna be here in spirit. He here in spirit. He might even pop up in the chat. You never know. But
Hey, you funny,
my guy, my guy will likely be back. He told me he was feeling a little bit better. It's just don't want to risk anything. Sometimes people come back from injuries a little too soon. We'll get into that a little later in the show. But sometimes people rush into shit a little too early, and yeah, it ain't the right move. It ain't the right move.
We don't want my boy in them little Daryl glasses on here or nothing like that.
The little Daryl. Oh shit. Yeah. Hey, what's up with PP over here though in the bottom corner? You trying to fix that fucking Wi-Fi?
I'm mad as damn. I ain't even realize that shit said PP.
Yeah.
Nah, you know his lady's probably chewing his ass. I'm like, I thought I told your ass.
Hey man. Hey bro, everybody get chewed out by that lady at some point. Sometimes shit happens. Oh shit.
Hey,
She
those
told him
things
get
happen.
your ass back to the kitchen.
Yeah, he ain't signed the hall pass. You said that's fucked up. He got to sign the permission. He got to sign the permission slip before he
You
goes
always
the
talk
next
about somebody
trip.
getting put in the walls of Jericho. He about to get put in the walls of Jericho right now.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying, people be pushing their limits sometimes, saying some out of pocket shit, bro. Y'all gonna fuck around and get put in the walls of Jericho.
Hey, look, I keep trying to tell
Shit
my
happen, bro.
this the age of fuck around and find out.
Hey, that's the one where he grabbed him and like with the legs and pull him.
Yeah, he fold him back.
Yeah.
That's like a. No, I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna say. It was gonna sound crazy. I'm not gonna say it, but basically, he bent the motherfucker backwards.
Yeah, I got it. I remember.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about that. That shit was gonna be hella crazy.
Look. We already know you extradited your boy. They found your boy. They dropped all the charges on your boy.
That's your boy. Get the fuck out of here.
Boy, because you the one that been at the freak off.
I ain't been at no freak off. I ain't been nowhere, bro. I'm a wholesome.
So how come everybody found them bottles of Johnson & Johnson baby oil in your room?
Hey, bro, you better get relaxed before.
Hey, bro.
Hey, don't make me put my belt now. Hey.
That's why the fans couldn't find the rest of them bottles. Freaky ass Mike.
That's crazy, bro.
Y'all gonna have him showing this episode in the courtroom tomorrow, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, Mike down in LA there with him some shit.
Hey, bro, I'm already dealing with some shit, bro. People, just being Mexican, I'm looked at as damn near a criminal, and I ain't even done shit. So, hey, bro, you trying to incriminate me on some shit I had nothing to do with? I didn't even do. Here you go, bro. Here you go. I ain't do none of that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't do none of them freak off, none of that. The only freak off I freak off with is with my girl. That's the only freak off I need.
So you admit that you have done the freak off, okay?
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Anyways,
let the record show he knows the freak offs.
Oh, fucking, because you talk about that shit all the time.
Hey, bro, you walked your ass into it, motherfucker.
You obsessed with the freak off, my guy.
You walked.
Hey, look who's back.
Yeah.
Look who's back. Look who's back. Motherfucking filthy Phil. Yeah, hey, get your boy. Hey, Robinson, get your boy before I have to put him in the walls of Jericho. He over here saying some creepy ass shit. Talking about freak off and
shit, bro.
You wild, bro. But shit, let's get into some Raider football. Matter of fact, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
All right.
Yeah, shit. So one thing I can't say, we getting closer to football, bro. We getting a lot closer to football. We are officially 74 days away. 74 days away from Raiders football, my guy.
Yep.
74 days.
Yeah.
Pay that man. Absolutely, I agree. And now going to the next question. Actually, the next subject we could say. Let me edit this. What the fuck? Why is it looking like this? Okay, just because I don't want to block my guy's face right here. That's fine. Here we go. There we are. Yep. So what are your guys' opinions right here? Do we sign Colton Miller?
I think so.
Do we sign him?
I think so, 100%. Right now, he is the most solid piece on our line. Been there. He's been doing this thing. He holds down the left side. Get it, he was hurt last year. But as the season went on, man, he did pick it all the way back up. He holds down that left side, man. And you're going to have either, a player that's not like a second or third year player, not really no veteran or nothing like that, real beside him just yet. So to let him hold down that left side like that, man, I think we should pay him. Nothing outrageous. Nothing outrageous, just something, keep him happy until, we find his replacement.
No, I agree. I agree with that. And honestly, though, I see a lot of people lately on the timeline having a change of heart, saying that they don't think he deserves that type of money. In my opinion, I think he does. I still think whether it be at left tackle or if you're considering offensive tackles in general, I still think he's at least a top 7 offensive tackle in this league right now at this moment. And let's be real, left tackle is a position that's very hard to find a replacement for.
Yeah.
They don't grow on trees, bro. You can't find a left tackle just anywhere. And shit, we learned that lesson before. Like, we don't want to have to go through that again, where we think, okay, we don't need to pay him. He plays this year and he walks in free agency only to find out this shit's gonna be a struggle. Like, and that's your blind side right there. You gotta have a bookend left tackle right there to be able to cover that blind side. Whether you have a statue at quarterback or a mobile quarterback, you gotta have something there to protect that blind side.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. If I'm the Raiders, I give them about 3. You can probably turn into a 3-year extension, or if you do rework a new contract, make it for 3 years. One of the years, you could probably make it into a little bit of an option. I mean, yeah, we know Colton's been here for the longest. He is getting there in age, but like you said, you're absolutely right. It's so hard to find a left tackle nowadays.
It's real difficult to find a left tackle, bro. And like my guy Drake for show said right here, he said pay the man. I agree 100%. Now the real question is, what is a fair value for a contract, annual value for Colton Miller? Now I wouldn't say he's the top left tackle, but I'd say he's in that conversation for top 3, maybe even top 5 range right there. So from what I've seen before, I don't know if anybody else got new contracts across the league since then, but I believe a couple weeks ago I looked and the highest paid is around like 28 mil. So if that's the case, I'm not trying to give him no record-breaking reset the market type money, but I would say like around that 24 to 25 mil range a year. I feel like that's fair for somebody that's going to be getting a third contract.
And so what gets it done.
Now, if he's asking for more than that, it's like, hey, my boy, you're going to have to really prove it this year. I'm going to need an all-pro type season if you want to reset that market. But even then, it's a contract year, so it's going to be tough to see. They got to consider a lot of things. I know some people are saying about the injury and stuff. Now, granted, Colton hasn't missed them very much time. And he'll miss maybe a game at a time or so, but it's never been a substantial amount of time that he's missed. Yeah. And last year, he did have not the best year that he's had in his career. It was probably one of his more, I guess you say, a bad season, but it was still a pretty serviceable, a pretty solid season overall. It's just he was coming back from injury, and sometimes if you're not out there practicing and stuff, you might not be in football shape. You might not be healthy enough.
He pretty much missed almost all the camp, right?
Yeah, he pretty much, they threw him into the fire week 1 with like hardly any conditioning or nothing, bro. And now, granted, I know guys can work out on their own, like off to the side or if they're not at practice where they can work on their own, but it's a little different than when you're working out with a team, because what your personal trainer and what the team doctor, what the coaches may think might be a lot different. So who knows? Maybe they didn't, his limit right there was not as high. So that could be a part of why he was not in football shape and also trying to get back. Like he was still kind of maybe babying an injury.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I will say is this: if we're looking for average salaries for offensive tackles and where he should be ranged up at best, you should be paying him about at least, say, no more than about $23 million.
Yeah,
that's a good range. That's a good range for Colton,
because you're within that top. I'd say within your top 11, majority of them are making about 20 and a half. And these are guys that haven't been consistent either, or they're getting up in age.
Like
Orlando Brown wasn't that solid. Laramie Tunsil, he damn sure should be making a little bit more than Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah.
Damn more, especially. Garrett Bowles, this is his first year. He looked good. So I would definitely say he should be making a little bit, at least $3 more million higher than those guys. So that would put him, I say, it'll put him within your top five, or tie for 5 or tie for 6. So that's where I would definitely have him at. Again, I know how Robinson is with, hey, you gotta make sure you're available the whole entire season. But again,
penny pincher, bro. That's the penny pincher right there. That's what that PP stand for. When you pop off the screen, that penny pincher, bro. That's penny pincher right there. Filthy Phil, the penny pincher.
If Julius was a person from Everybody Hates Chris, it's literally Robinson. 23 million. No. Go and get the guy that got the 1 foot. We paying about $5.5 million.
Hey, keep in mind. I'll say this. Hey, penny pincher. I will say this regarding the contract. I'm sure you're aware of it. Yes, the contract says that much, but he don't get that paid all at once. It's like Klarna. He gets in payments. It's split in 4 or 3, whatever they decide for the contract, bro. It's like Klarna. It's on the interest.
Yeah. He's gonna get a nice large tax-free check up front. Nice large one. That's gonna be roughly worth about 2 years of his salary, no matter how long that deal is. That's gonna be his fully guaranteed money. So yes, he will eventually get it in installments, but that first installment is going to be a large one.
I agree.
Hey, by all means, bro, you got to treat yourself, and he deserves it, in my opinion. He's, besides Max, that's the longest tenured Raider we've had, bro. He done been through some shit.
So Pete,
he done been through some shit, bro.
So Pete, real quick, that all sounds cool, but the most important thing about that is if you look at the market, if moving on from Colton is what we were gonna do, who's better?
You ain't gonna find nobody now. You wouldn't find nobody in free agency.
You would have to draft. If you want to find somebody to be better, you would have to draft one. And just like how we've been saying, even regarding quarterbacks, the way this team is progressing and the players that we put together, I don't expect us to be drafting that low again. And if you want to bookend tackle, especially a left tackle, you're gonna have to be drafting as high damn near as a quarterback. Yeah, so the chances aren't that likely. And who knows? I don't know what this tackle class this year is looking like. Now, last year it was, I guess you could say a weaker tackle class, even though we found some gems in the 3rd round. I don't know. I don't know if I trust any of these guys coming out this upcoming year in the draft to possibly replace Colton next year.
That's the biggest thing.
You got to also think about who's on our depth too. Who we have in the rotation. Like DJ is on the right side. You have Thayer, but he's a swing tackle. And what side do you trust him more on? The right side or the left side? Like, do you trust him to be all 17 games? Now, granted, I'm a big fan of Thayer Munford. I like his game, but do we see him being the guy to replace a Colton Miller?
The consistency is not there, not the overall consistency, and that's been the largest problem for him. But again, it just comes back to what Dre for show said, which is pay the man. That is the best solution, best alternative, best outcome at this point in time, because that tackle of the future, you got to find them, draft them, get them into camp, develop them, and then have them become that. While you can have this solid young tackle still on the right side of 30, even if it is just for this year, for a few more years while you find that guy.
Yeah,
that's real. That's real, and not just that. They got to hit the weights hard, because even though you a big dude and all that going into the league, these motherfuckers are even bigger when you get to the league, and they keep getting bigger because they keep training and adding weight and training, nutrition, all that shit,
and learning more techniques. So you definitely got to come ready to go.
Oh yeah, you're not going against freshmen and sophomores, little teenagers no more. These grown ass men. Mm-hmm. These grown ass men with grown man strength. So you got to be ready for whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the speed is different.
Yeah, been doing this a long time.
Yeah. Now, we can shift things now to the opposite side of the line. Now, talking about the defensive line, and we could chip in. I mentioned it a little not too long ago about availability and people rushing things too early. Now, a lot of people have been making a big ordeal and stressing about this whole Christian Wilkins saga. Now, I know some breaking news dropped. Was it last week that he may miss the season? He may require another surgery and all that. I don't know. I feel like
who said that?
Really? I'm not too sure.
It was. I want to say one of them like Jeremy Fowler or somebody reported that.
I don't know if it was Fowler.
No, it's either Fowler or of course Fowler or Shepard.
I don't know if any of the big name guys said that.
No.
Like that's why I was shocked. Like that was news to me that he may require a new surgery. Like from what last I heard, he already had a surgery. And obviously, yes, he did have a mishap, but how do we not know that he didn't already have the surgery? Like if it's something, especially a big dude with a foot, let's be real. You think they're gonna fucking waste time on that? No. Yeah. Especially they're paying him big money. They're gonna be like, nah, bro, you need to get that done ASAP. So I'm more than sure he probably already got that surgery and he already in rehab mode whether that means, hey, bro, just kick it at the crib, play some Madden or 2K, just stay off your foot. You get me? Stay off your foot, bro. But I just think it's crazy that news came out because sometimes if we've noticed this year, the team's been pretty silent. They've been in stealth mode when it comes to information leaking. Like I haven't really heard much leak this year. So for that to come out, I don't know if that's old news or not, but there's a lot of stuff that I've been seeing coming out that I'm like, I don't know, like that seems kind of old. Like they were talking about with the whole quarterback scenario about us not wanting Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's common sense. That's not really like they found that out. I feel like that's kind of common sense.
Yeah, I mean Brady wasn't going for that.
Yeah, I don't for the slow time of year when literally, because think about it, what the fuck is happening right now? Nobody's in the building because you can't be at the building. Anything that you see these cats doing is them out by themselves, during their time, mixing with family and friends, teammates here and there, and post everything that you see them do is on social media. So they're sharing what they're doing with with everybody there. But we make big deals about this shit because there's literally nothing football related whatsoever going on for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, bro. Right now it's just enjoy your favorite players having fun, bro. I mean, the only thing really that's big upcoming, I guess you could say, that's like actual like workouts or anything like that is Max and Malcolm Kuntz going to be at the SAC Summit. They'll be over there at the SAC Summit. That for sure is something that I can't wait to see when Max and the Rush and all them release that footage. I can't wait to see that. But
Brock's at the tight end one right now.
Oh yeah, and Brock's at tight end U. Shit, I'm wondering though, is he a student or is he teaching? Because shit, he's the best tight end in football. I feel like at this point he should be teaching them motherfuckers some shit.
They had him on ESPN the other day, and they had him talking about everything. So, of course, he's a big name out there, but he's probably still learning a little bit.
And they're saying, I seen a post earlier on Instagram. It was an ESPN post, matter of fact, saying teams that they think may have an elite tight end, and we were one of the very first teams, of course, mentioned. Now, I don't think we have elite. I know we got elite fucking tight end, bro. We got the best tight end in football. Sure. And I'm excited to see because, in your guys' opinion, do you think there's a chance that we see a sophomore slump like they say some players have after their rookie year, or you think it's full steam ahead? He's just going to be like that moving forward?
Man.
So what does a sophomore slump look like for a man that caught 112 passes last year and set the record for everything, literally all for what he did already year one?
Yeah.
So I'll say this. I mean, some people for that would be that. I guess that would be considered less numbers than that. In your opinion, do you expect him to do greater numbers than what he did his rookie year moving forward? Like, or do you like? Is that the bar now? Like, that's the minimum since that's what we've seen.
I think.
Look, I say this: he's gonna keep progressing. He's gonna get better and better. Even when he was at Georgia, he got better and better. Now, you bring up that one, you bring up the junior year where he got hurt, but still,
he was
great.
On
pace for 1,000 yards that year.
Yeah, he still was great.
So, freshman year went from had 800 yards. Sophomore year, 900. Junior year, he was on pace for 1,000 yards receiving. How many yards did he have this past season? About 1,200?
1,200, yeah.
Yeah. So he just keeps getting better and better.
Now you got competent quarterback play now.
Yep.
I was about to say that. Think about the QB he was doing those numbers with.
It
was rough out there last season.
Stetson was putting it on him at Georgia. Pause. He fed Brock Bowers. He did, and Brock, like he said, Brock got better every year. Every year he got better. He did his thing, and you seen Brock start. He from day one as a freshman, he was doing elite stuff in college, and you was like, wow. And then you would see him. He would make a move on a safety, and the safety couldn't catch him. Like you see him run a screen for 96 yards, and nobody catches him. Like it just got crazier and crazier every year. I mean, like the year he broke his foot, I remember watching that game. He broke his foot and came back in.
He kept moving. He's a dog.
And then they made him sit out. He got the surgery and came back just in time. I want to say last game of the season or the playoffs, and went out there, went crazy, and he's been doing it since then in the NFL.
I got a prediction.
Hey, bro.
I got a quick prediction. 120, 1,500, 13 TDs.
Is that for?
You think he's going to step it up with all the weapons we have on the team?
Brock,
that's what I'm saying.
That's where I was going to.
Brock, and I looked at the video you showed me, Robinson. Brock looks leaner.
I told you. Remember, that's why I told you why I asked you to ask that person about what I asked.
And I did ask that person. I managed to hear back. They've changed up their diet. They've changed up a lot of their workout regimens. A lot of the stuff that has been carried over. You can thank Brady. You can thank Pete Carroll. Them boys will be fucking fast this year.
Hey, that's one thing we could say is we also
even
got
the fat boys.
We got a coach
too. Yeah.
We got a coach that knows how to put together a program, knows how to build a foundation from the ground up, and that's what we're seeing right now, bro. We're seeing Pete Carroll and staff do that.
I'll say this again.
It's deeper.
Going back from last year, there were too many Chiefs, not enough Indians on that staff last year.
Okay.
And people had their own agendas, and because you have people that have their own agendas, shit don't get done. But you have people that are on one agenda, one team, one goal mindset.
They on the
shit
team.
Done right.
Oh
yeah. That's what you're starting to see right now.
Absolutely.
A front office, coaches, and players, everybody moving in sync.
Yeah, bro. I'm like at Pete Carroll's old age, bro. He said it himself, bro. Like, we're not waiting for nothing, bro. We going for it, bro. We going for it, bro. That's
the kid stealing the Rolex wearing.
Oh shit!
Hey, bro. That's the go, bro. I'm just saying
Hey, yo, that's the one right there.
Now, if he runs down the field with that on, saying "Woo!"
Hey, man.
It's the Rolex wearing, the diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Hey, bro. He already out here. he already out here trying to put people in the walls of Jericho and hitting folks with elbow drops and shit. Like, I'm just saying. Hey, I don't know if y'all got a chance to see it. He was on Marshawn's podcast this past week. That shit was dope.
Talking.
I love that
I
episode,
loved
bro.
it.
Like now, don't get me wrong. I've already been a big fan of Pete Carroll, bro. I've been a huge fan of Pete Carroll because obviously he a Los Angeles legend. Besides being from Frisco, he a Los Angeles legend, bro. Over there at USC, I done seen some greatness over there, bro. So that's why I know, like, he know how to build a program. And obviously,
I like that shit, Drake.
Obviously, we all fuck with Marshawn Lynch. We was fucking with, some of us was fucking with what they were doing over there in Seattle too a little bit. We were noticing from afar. So that's why I'm confident that he could do the same shit here, bro. And the way that he was talking about, like, the attention to detail of the little things, like how to build this shit. That's why I feel like, no, this time around is different. Like, he really focused on making sure, like, everything, like, brick by brick, we building this shit for real.
I agree, bro. He filling every position of need that we need to be filled. Yeah. You know, he's going out and getting linebackers. He's got corners coming in. I mean, that's what we all talk about. We need.
Yep. Yes. The nature boy. Now I'm gonna address a comment real quick. East Coast Raider, shout out my guy East Coast Raider in the building. But he said Robinson always talking shit about the Raiders. Though I'll say this about Robinson. He not talking shit. He's just being straight up. He being blunt. And a lot of us have a right to feel that way, bro. Like, we can't all. Not everybody's gonna be super optimistic about a team in certain situations or certain times. Like, shit. Hey, right now it seems like everybody's almost in unison for the most part. A lot of people are optimistic about this team. Now, sometimes maybe it's not that he's talking shit. Maybe he's just telling it like it is, bro. And some people who may take it the wrong way and see it as hating. It is what it is. Sometimes earlier this year, I said I had a few comments where I was telling it like it is, and people took it to heart. It happens.
Yeah.
Maybe and folks should know, like, just like this dude, all of us right here in this chat, like, we don't hate this team. We fucking love this team. We wouldn't be doing this shit on a yearly basis if we didn't love this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's dead ass. But you got to call a spade at some point in time. It's been over 20 plus years since the last time we went to the Super Bowl.
Bro, last time we were in the Super Bowl, I was in elementary school, dog.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, bro.
20.
It's been a minute. Now, like, hey, you can't be mad at folks for wanting to see wins, wanting to see a changed product.
You should
see a winning product. You shouldn't be mad at folks for wanting that. You should be agreeing. Now, you may have a different opinion, which is cool. Everybody got their opinions, and that's cool. But don't get mad at somebody for having their own opinion. That's how they see it, how they think about it, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, that's real. I mean, you look at it. I done heard plenty of them, man. Richard Sherman. What's the other dude from on NBC? I really don't like that dude, though. The dude from NBC with his own TV show, man. I can't think of his name right now.
Sims, Florio?
See, them two. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like, I'm not a fan of him. But like you said, bro, I mean, say what you feel. Like, go on and speak it. You know what I'm saying? We don't deserve no love right now. We got to earn that back.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like, even though we made some drastic changes and we picked up some people, I'm just saying, like, we have to earn it. Like you just said too, Trey. Like, you got to earn that shit. Like, we still at that part where we got to show and prove. Like, yeah, it looks good on paper and shit, but right now we're in PE clothes practicing. Like, we ain't even put on the helmet and shoulder pads yet. So we really got to see, like, what's good and see how. And our real test will be, let's see, when we get to preseason, I believe, when we start off with them joint practices and shit.
Against San Francisco. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of interesting stuff that was talked about on that podcast. One thing that was mentioned that I knew, and we all know it was a possibility, but he did confirm that he was close to signing Russ if we didn't get Geno, bro. That was actually like a real possibility of happening, and I'm gonna be real. I'm glad that shit didn't happen, bro.
Huh.
Him too.
I would have been disgusted. I would have been disgusted, bro. After seeing what we did when he was playing on the Donkeys. Now, granted, they didn't do him no favors over there, but still, it's fuck the Donkeys, and it's like, nah, bro. I wasn't impressed.
No.
I wasn't impressed, bro. Because it's like, bro, you was looking like that against the division already. So you just switch into another team, and it's gonna be the same shit down there. Yeah, I'm cool.
You know what will help Russ? Looking at him, he needs to lose at least 20 pounds.
Think so?
I think because he's
to make him more mobile.
Yeah, he's slow. That's his problem.
Shit, it's gonna be real interesting for him over there in New York, bro. From what it sounds like, he on borrowed time, bro. It's a matter of time, not if, but when. When are they gonna finally play Jackson Dart over there? And
all it's gonna take is a couple big losses.
Probably about probably about week 6.
The fans and the commentators and everybody gonna be asking for him by. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, bro.
It depends on how good he look in the preseason. If he comes out in the preseason and he just lighting it up, then it might be early.
Hey, who knows? He might even beat him out early. Because clearly that's Brian Dable's guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a bit of a learning curve. I look forward to seeing what he can do, and he's definitely talented, and it is a quarterback for the future, and probably is going to get Dable bought him another year, maybe 2.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
but I'm just glad we didn't have to worry about any of that carousel. Because shit, imagine if we would have been stuck with a Russell Wilson or something like that. But luckily, like he said, if it wasn't for this guy right here becoming our quarterback, bro, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what we'd be looking like? But I'm happy with this. And now, a lot of people,
he's not gonna block you, dog.
Huh?
I said he's not gonna block you, dog.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. Hey, and thanks for letting the world know about that. I didn't even say nothing about that. I wasn't even speaking on it. I didn't really care. Damn, bro, you
that's crazy.
Being real federal right now, motherfucker. But yeah, hey, so like we said, sometimes people take offense to shit you say, and sometimes, hey, bro, it's not even on no hater shit. We just saying some real ass shit. I kept it honest, bro. It's been the last time I seen somebody that could be close to like a franchise quarterback, I guess you could say, was Rich Gannon, bro. And he was a journeyman quarterback. He was an older veteran quarterback at that point. Like, he wasn't going to be there super long term with us. So that's why I'm saying a 3-year deal isn't very much time. Now, granted, I know he could still get extended, of course. But I'm just saying, it would have been nice to see us get the quarterback of the future. But either way, the whole time I was saying I was happy with Geno. When we first traded for him, I was happy with the trade. And, hey, if we didn't draft the guy, at least we got Geno. At least we have that. Yeah. It's a lot better than in previous seasons where it's like, oh, we didn't draft the guy. Well, at least we have Jimmy. Or at least we got Gardner Minshew or some shit like that. It's a whole lot better. It sounds a whole lot better saying, oh, well, at least we still got Geno. At least that's something still to look forward to. Now, I kept it honest. And, hey, if he fouled away, it is what it is. I'm not really tripping on it. I'm cool. Either way, you here, I'm not going nowhere, obviously. So, hey, bro, I'd like to see some wins. I know you want to see some wins. You said you came here to win, bro. So, hey, show me, bro. That's all I'm saying. Show us some shit. We ain't seen shit in a long time. Show us some shit, bro. That's all. That's it.
That's all we need to see. Offensive line blocks for him. If the offensive line blocks for him, I think he gonna do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, bro. Because it's like
Geno has it between the ears and in the arm.
All I'm saying is, shit. We ain't seen no playoff wins in a very long time. You could at least get us into the playoffs, even win a playoff game, bro. Any type of doubt, I'll have no doubt. That'll be the best shit I've seen as a Raider quarterback since I was in fucking elementary school, bro.
I think we make the playoffs.
You'll silence a lot of doubters if you do that this year. So show us. That's all I'm saying. Let me see some shit.
People aren't really doubting us like that much anymore, no more though. Like they're actually believing in this team. Like it's actually a lot more positive talk behind us than the negative
the
like
talk,
it used to be.
The talk and all that sounds cool, bro, but I got to see it on the field.
Yeah, definitely, because we done heard the talk.
Bro.
We done heard the talk, and it didn't show up. Like when we got Devontae Adams after we came off a season of going to the playoffs, thinking we got better. We just knew, like, oh, this the year. We got Derek Carr and we got Devontae Adams, college teammates, all this whoop.
Dre, you stupid, bro. You said I'm just happy we got a quarterback with real cornrows.
Ah.
Hey, I respect that. I hear you. Man.
But no, for real, man. They let us on that year, man. They let us on that year. Yeah. So I want to see it this year.
And I'm just like Raider Nation excited for Geno Smith shit. His head coach, the reason why he's here, he had very high praise on the podcast for Geno Smith. Let me fix this real quick. All right. Geno to me is like trading for Marshawn. There's a connection of the impact the guy can have. We finally got him. He had this sharp mentality. Pete Carroll on the importance of having Geno Smith on the Raiders. Yeah.
That's a coach standing behind his quarterback.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you didn't hear that much confidence in Antonio Pierce talking about Gardner Minshew last year.
Nope. And nor should he.
Nah, he wasn't supposed to at all.
If we're being real, none of those quarterbacks that were there in that building yet last season were Antonio Pierce's choice. We all know what would have been his choice and what possibly could have been his alternative choice, but hey, shit happens, bro.
Yeah.
We got Geno. We got a franchise running back now. We got weapons now, so shit happens.
Y'all look at it like that, man. If we don't get Antonio Pierce, we don't get Pete Carroll, we don't get Geno, we don't get Jentney, we don't get Thornton, we don't get none of these people that we got right now that we are looking forward to seeing this season that we really think that we made a plus with. You know,
yeah.
I'm really seeing something different like that. Like they did a whole revamp, the front office and all that. We stealing people from Philly and all this stuff and that. It looks. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So maybe that was the one thing we needed was a whole revamp.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely what we needed, bro. Because if you think about it, it was like a hamster wheel down there. We just kept putting a new Band-Aid on the wound. We just kept putting a new Band-Aid instead of letting that shit heal properly and you get me, starting fresh. We just kept putting Band-Aids, bro. Like this is, in a way, it's something different, bro. It's crazy to see. I'm not used to seeing this shit with the Raiders, bro.
I'll tell you. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, see, the funny thing is that one of the things that Pete said in the interview he did with Marshawn was about the musical chairs when he first got in the building, and checking to see who got up and who moved, and what it represented was who's willing to get up and look at something from a different perspective. And everybody who didn't get up and move their chair. Now, I don't have any confirmation of this personally, so I'm just throwing it out there, spitball. Let me just say that. Anybody who didn't get up and move, I would have fired. Because that tells me that you're not willing to try to look at something from a different angle. And when you go from the perspective, and especially in today's NFL, from looking at how we've always done things to how we can do things moving into the future, that's where you're making the biggest leaps in your franchise, because that's the field. It's going to trickle down to the field. You got everybody in the building happy to do their job to contribute to the greater overall picture, instead of people going into business for themselves to try to make their own way.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I agree. Can't stay stuck in the past, man. Gotta move forward.
Yeah, and that's what Pete said too. Is like, even though we appreciate the past and all that, that's the past. Like we worried about right now. We trying to. I know there's a legacy and everything in the past, but we trying to build something right now. You can't keep dwelling on the past. You got to try and do something now. And that's why I'm excited, is because even though he knows it's a process and shit, he's still saying, like, we're still going for it. We're still trying to do something now, because Just like Geno Smith, his contract's 3 years, bro. So I'm sure he's trying to do something. And I got a bold take, but who knows? Maybe I think it's also something that's very possible. But I really think that Pete Carroll could get this team into the playoffs for real, all 3 years. I think this could be a playoff team all 3 years with Pete Carroll.
What's a place he went to that he didn't elevate them?
Nowhere.
USC, Seattle, so like this is on his legacy too. So he gotta take it for real.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about when Pete didn't perform well?
No, I'm talking about
just the beginning. You can say the beginning of his career, but I mean, like he said in the podcast, it takes time. He took time to figure out what he did wrong, what went wrong, and he learned from his mistakes. And
bro, I'm gonna tell you this straight up, Mike. The Jets, they've always been a fucking problem. Okay, they've just been a fucking problem. They've been a disaster. So, especially back then, everybody wanted to be the whole talking head of doing this woo woo woo, overseeing what the fuck you try to do. And they had no general manager experience at all. How could you succeed?
Mm-hmm.
But if you really go back and look at it back then, when Pete, I think it was when they were in Cleveland, it was Pete, Belichick, Romeo Crennel,
Saban. Was Saban there too?
I know Charlie Weiss was there. They were all on that Cleveland team.
Yeah.
And they went through hell. And then once they left, everybody started becoming successful. So literally right off the get-go, I got to try to find that story, because Pete said some deep shit. And I'm just going to say this. Pete ain't done.
No.
He ain't done by a long shot. I'm going to say this straight up. Him and Geno are the perfect couple to start your career in the struggles, going through downfall left and right, but only to rise up out of the ashes later on in your career. And they still got fire in them. So you see the fire that Geno has. You see the fire that Pete Carroll has. Shit, we might be watching you motherfuckers in the 2032.
Let's get it.
I'm not even lying. Shit, you see it. You see how Pete Carroll run better than most of us out on the damn field.
Yeah.
Hey, that's true.
Mike, you got bad feet, so he outrun you.
I don't got bad feet, bro. I just hit my foot on some shit. I don't got bad feet.
I can't do 5 push-ups, bro. So he definitely got me.
Look, this man tackled Mumford, man. I was done on that shit.
Yeah. when he got the 3. They said Max gonna throw him up off of him. He ain't even gonna try Max.
So when I tell you the energy and excitement that you get from this man is what I think this team has really needed for a long time. I mean, you did have that energy with John, but then John become authoritarian, and I mean everybody's locked in on it, but it's just like,
Hey, I will say that team was on the way up.
Yeah, it was. I will say he did keep the motherfuckers in check until that whole shit went out. Everybody was like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want.
Yeah. That's real. That team, that boy, whoo. If that team could have stayed together.
Man. So much.
So much. Ruggs was on his way.
You know, that's the past. We in the future. We in the present right now. We gonna move forward.
Hey, I will say one thing I seen today. I don't know if the rest of y'all seen it, but they dropped a little Madden video for the gameplay for us.
Yeah.
They showed us a little. I definitely thought I was gonna see the overalls and we would be like a 76 or something like that. Put us at an 82. We're better than a lot of teams that was in the playoffs last year. But just watching the gameplay and Geno throwing to Jentney, and I mean Jentney running the ball, Geno throwing to Besh and Thornton and Bowers, like it looks good. And then the defense, I mean, of course they had Devin White starting, but you know that's another conversation. But it really looks legit. I'm talking about on a video game, and for us to finally get the respect on Madden of one of all games, but it seemed cool. Just, you know what I'm saying? Something I seen earlier today, man. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been the first Madden in a long. I haven't played Madden
years.
5, 6 years now. I'm actually interested in getting it this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Oh yeah.
It's AA.
Yeah, it's out on pre-order. You can pre-order them both right now. I can go do that too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's gonna be fun to see. Besides having a good quarterback and a legit running back now, it's gonna be real interesting to see, even with our receiving core. Now, besides Madden, who is this right here? PFF. They have us heading into the season with the 25th ranked receiving core. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, that is understandable. I mean, you got a lot of unknowns. I mean, yeah, we already know we have Jacoby Myers, but now if you want to count Brock Bowers, I mean, I would move us up a little bit higher than 25th. At least I would say about 20th.
Mm-hmm.
You got definite sure hands with Jacoby Myers. I mean, he didn't drop a pass.
Yeah.
You see the elite talent that you have in Brock Bowers, and now you're adding more speed with Thornton, and then elusive guy and
Trey Tucker,
Jack
Tucker or Besh.
Besh.
Excuse me. So I mean, and then you got Tucker too. I think really when you look at it, a lot of these guys not having proper quarterback play for them last year. I mean, your receiving core is going to look like a mess. They're going to try to say, they're not good enough, but to be honest, they are better than what a lot of folks see them to be. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to prove out on the field, but they did have a good teacher in Edgar Bennett. Now, it kind of sucks that they didn't bring him back, but people thought when we drafted Trey Tucker that Trey Tucker wasn't going to be good enough. Trey Tucker came out becoming a solid guy, and I still think he'll still be a solid piece for the receiving core. But now you got taller guys. This is a bigger help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see him underneath him.
I really can't wait to see what the receiving core does. Obviously, I feel like people undervalue what Jacoby does for this offense. Like we said, 0 catches, bro. Like, that's an impressive feat. And I believe he had over 80 passes thrown his way.
Over 100.
Yeah. Over 100. Oh, over 100. 1,000-yard receiver, 0 catches. That's impressive.
0 drops.
0 drops.
Drops, buddy.
Yeah, 0 drops. My fault. 0 drops.
It's been a long night. It's cool.
Yeah.
Mike don't usually last as long, does he?
Oh, pause.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah, maybe it was you, bro. Maybe you was really the culprit. Earlier, you were trying to say some. Yeah.
My bad.
This guy's wild.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Besides Jacoby, obviously there's guys. We got Trey Tucker, who's also a very solid receiver, who I feel like he's gonna have a big year ahead of him. And this is a make or break year in a way too, because now he's going to have some actual legit competition in that room, where we're going to see, okay, are you really wide receiver 2? Are you wide receiver 3? Where are you going to be in that rotation? Because now he has to deal with, obviously, Jack Besh and another guy who's another speedster in Dante Thornton. It's going to be interesting to see what he does there, because that's going to be real competition right there. And I'm excited to see how that whole wide receiver room plays out. What are your thoughts? How do you think it's going to be?
I think Tre Tucker gonna hold it down, man, because his route running got better and better over last year.
Yeah.
And now he's got a legit quarterback. Because how many times did we see him wide open? Like, Mike, you watch film and stuff. How many times was he wide open and Gino just looked? I mean, not Gino, but old boy just looked at him. I don't even want to say. I can't remember his name, and didn't throw it.
It don't even matter. Yeah.
And didn't throw it. So
yeah.
like, I think it's gonna be a lot more receptions for him. I get it that him and Dante gonna be the same person, but I think Tre right now, with this being his third year, his routes are going to be a little bit cleaner.
So,
and I don't know. I done heard some big things though. I'm not gonna lie to you about Dante Thornton. I've been hearing a lot of good things about him, and they like him. Gino really likes him.
Real quick, the reason why Thornton definitely might end up being the number 2. That motherfucker can block.
Yeah.
He will lift your ass up like a rag doll and call you a bitch and move you out of the fucking play. It's actually a play. I think it was against Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
You wonder, like, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys on the play. What's the 11th player? You see this motherfucker stringing them up like, yeah, bitch, where the fuck you going? So I'm like, so he'll block. So he'll knock your dick in the dirt.
Yeah.
And he'll celebrate. He don't give if he ain't getting the ball on that play, he don't give a fuck. As long as he can rough your ass up and make him bruh, get that motherfucker as my number 2. Because you want a wide receiver that can block.
Oh yeah. That's how large runs keep going.
Yeah. And do you feel like another part may, and I'm sure obviously majority has to do it on the field talent, but do you feel like part of it also has to do with the fact that our guy right here, Jack Besh, has still not signed his contract?
It's that Houston thing where everybody want these guaranteed contracts now. There's a bunch of them second round picks that ain't signed yet.
Yeah, Houston did kind of like fuck things up a little bit with that. Which, I mean, I get it though. Like, if you think the guy's worth it, he's that good, by all means.
Yeah,
you get me? Like, by all means, give him that guaranteed money. But I mean, some guys, I get it if they want the guaranteed money, but also it's like, hey man, you gotta understand, these dudes are pick number 33, pick 34. Like, that's basically damn near almost a first round pick.
Yeah.
It's like if you're in the lower part of the second round, you gotta be realistic to where you're closer to the third round than you were to the first round.
Yeah.
I think we've got to take a look at a deeper issue, and with the news that came out about how the NFL colluded against Lamar Jackson and not giving quarterbacks all that guaranteed money anymore, they very well could be attempting to do the same thing with these second round draft picks and not giving them the guaranteed money that Houston and who was it? And the other team. And
not Cincinnati. Fuck no, they didn't even pay their guy.
Yeah,
I can't remember who the other team was.
Oh, Cleveland. Yeah, Houston and Cleveland.
Yeah, Houston and Cleveland paying their guys guaranteed money, guaranteed contracts for second rounders was setting a precedent, and all of the rest of the draft picks refused to sign because they were not getting guaranteed money, and so far None of those other teams have budged, if I'm correct. Have you heard anything different, Jones?
Nope.
So,
To be honest, I'm just gonna say this. This is one of these situations where you don't want to dive even like down even further down the rabbit hole. I'm looking at Pablo catching heat from the league.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like, remember how I was digging on that Washington shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll be for another discussion another time. Going to the other side of the field now, we're going to be talking about this DB room. Yes, the projected defensive back room or starters, I would say. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on this? They're saying at CB1 is Jacorian Bennett now. At the moment, he's getting second team reps, but right now, still it's t-shirt and shorts. It was mini camp. We'll see what happens in training camp. They also have projected as a starter Eric Stokes and our rookie Darian Porter. Now, granted, who knows who's going to be the boundary cornerbacks? It could be Stokes and Porter. It could be Porter and Bennett. We don't know how it's going to work out, but those are what they're saying are the projected 3 starting corners. At safety, they have Isaiah Polomau. At free safety and at strong safety, Jeremy Chin. How are we feeling about this potential starting lineup? If this is our starting DBs,
highly athletic.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Porter and Stokes size, man, are typical, Pete Carroll DBs. And then we know what Jacorian is, ball hawk. I mean, not ball hawk, but he goes and deflects the ball. But like he said, that was his shoulder, so maybe that'll be different this year. But he's fast though, so I see that. Yeah. And then Chin and Palomalu, but they both like 6'2", 6'3" on the back end. So yeah, man, that's legit right there.
Yeah.
If Jacorian can really keep that shoulder healthy, he can get back to what he did at Maryland. Again, he kept lunging a lot on them shoulders and trying to reach out and try to be a ball hawk. So if he can just stay healthy, that's your number one right there. I like what Eric Stokes is doing. Eric Stokes, I go back and look at what he did at Georgia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, just
nice.
Stay healthy. Darren Porter, you want to hear the crazy thing? Watching him be like a rover or just being in that slot, that's a threat.
You think Porter at the slot?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Yeah. I was low-key thinking of possibly even.
I know a lot of people are so used to playing like a nickel, playing like being like small, like 5'8" or 5'7" or 5'9", But here's the thing: the league is changing every single year. Even your slot guys are getting taller.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also got to realize you got guys like Justin Jefferson that can play inside and outside. You got Puka. You look at Cooper Kupp. We can go down the list.
Yeah.
You got to if you look at the teams that you play this year, the slot guys are tall.
Yeah, that's true. They are getting bigger, man. Pause. So yeah.
So even though Jacorian Brennan's he's 5'11", and Eric Stokes is like 6'1". He about 6'1"?
6'1", 6'2". He a little bit taller.
And Darian Porter's 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
And then Palomar being on that back end and Jeremy Chin being on the back end, I think that was great.
Yeah. I'm really excited about that Jeremy Chin pickup, bro.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, I was a little bummed that we lost Trayvon Merrick, but I feel like Jeremy Chin is a very good replacement, in my opinion. He might even be an upgrade. I think he's an upgrade.
I think the one that's going to roam back there for real is going to be Thomas Harper, bro.
Thomas Harper?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be because he was at third safety Well, I mean, a lot of people don't remember, but he was the one that got the pick in the Saints game, and then got the pick in the Jacksonville. I think he got a pick in the Jacksonville and the Saints game, but just playing that deep safety like that when Trayvon Merrick was in the box. So yeah, I like him as that third safety if we go three of them.
It's possible. I mean, we still also have to look at Trey Taylor.
Yeah.
He was hurt a lot last year too.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to see him this past season, and he's just like Trayvon Merrick. He was
Jim Thorpe.
Yeah, he won the award, bro.
The other thing we also forget, we got Lonnie Johnson Jr. too.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
So you got, and that's what he's 6'2".
Yeah.
Yep. He's slow though. All the rest of these guys can run.
So you can bring him down in the box and let him just create havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you can do that. And there was mention of Jeremy Chin even playing on being that big nickel slot corner. So who knows? It's going to be real interesting to see what we're going to do with this defense and how it's going to play out, because there are also options besides that are in the current DB room. There are options that we can go after. There's guys such as like a Mike Hilton, for example. That's a real possibility. Is Mike Hilton. That's somebody that I could see possibly the team going after, but who knows? Maybe if the price is right, it could work out. But what are your guys' thoughts? Is that somebody that you could possibly see getting brought in, or do you trust our current room over bringing in a guy like Hilton?
Go on.
I was just gonna say, if they don't find a slot in our DB room now, like a slot that they trust, because I definitely wouldn't mind him playing slot for us.
Yeah, I feel like if we were to bring in Mike Hilton, he would definitely strictly be a slot corner. But I'll be excited to see what he could do at slot. But the price has to be right. And in a way, if it reaches a certain point, a price point, I might feel a way where I would say fair market is maybe around like 6 or 7 mil. If it surpasses like 9-10 mil, I'm gonna feel like at that point we should have just kept Nate Hobbs here. We should have kept Nate in the building. If we're doing all that.
Yeah, that's true.
But
wow,
what's up?
I didn't even realize we signed him.
Who?
One of the defensive backs, Hudson Clark. He came out of Arkansas.
He solid?
Yo, what? They found a lot of white boys running 4.3s.
Yeah.
Hudson Clark, he can hit. He played DB. I know he racked in. I think he played for about 5 years there at Arkansas. Got about 6 interceptions, over about 200 some tackles.
Yeah.
Could be a special teams guy that we need.
Okay. Now, besides a guy like Mike Hilton, another person that we're seeing that could be talked about is Jalen Ramsey. That's another option that is possibly on the table. Now, who knows? We could possibly go after him. It might be a little pricey, but I feel like this is somebody that if we bring him in, that's making an immediate impact, bro. Like that's a big time game changer right there.
You bring him in, and he's definitely you definitely thinking Super Bowl, or you definitely thinking going deep in the playoffs. You ain't bringing him in to win one playoff game. You know what I'm saying? So that sets a standard. If you make that move right there, like you said, it's gonna cost you too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And in my opinion, if the price is right, now I don't know what that price is looking like, because he's still considered one of the top DBs in the league. So I don't know. It's possible.
Who you sit?
If the price is right, it could happen, but I don't know.
Who you sitting, Polamalu or Chin?
For what? For Rams?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might. Depends on what they're planning on using Chin at. If they're planning on using him as a nickel, then I'm playing Ramsey at corner. But who knows? He could even play safety, and if that's the point, you don't have to play Chin or vice versa. You could even put Ramsey right there in the slot.
Yeah.
He could play outside or slot if you wanted to.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I just remember them saying something about him playing safety. And I was just like, kind of like, you kind of don't want to sit Polamalu because you want him to develop. But if you put him in a slot, like you said, then now we're talking big business. That defense, you got a top 5 defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Easily.
agree with that. But who knows? I mean, maybe they do go after a guy like this, but maybe they don't. Maybe they trust in who they have currently. Like, obviously, we have Jacorian Bennett, who, in my opinion, is a dog. In my opinion, he might be the best corner that we have. I could be wrong, but I strongly think he's the best corner we had. Before he got injured, had his season-ending injury last season, I don't think he gave up a single pass.
Mm-mm.
If I'm not mistaken, he was shutting shit down pretty much all season long until he got hurt.
Well, he said he's been hurt. He said he's been hurt since he came in from college. It was something he should have been got a surgery on, and that's why he couldn't go attack the ball and tackle like he was supposed to. He said that in one of those pressers a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference in his game that he got the surgery now. That's why they got him playing second team reps, because he's still coming back and getting back from that.
That's what I think it is. Now, I'm sure obviously Pete Carroll really likes Stokes and the rookie Darian Porter, but I feel like a big part of it too has to do with the injury. But from what I've heard a lot of big things about this kid.
Yeah.
And
me too.
I'm excited. Like, who knows? Maybe he is that CB1. Pete Carroll's talked real highly of him on the media day interview, and then in other podcasts when they asked about him. He's spoken real highly of this kid, and who knows? He could be a real steal for real for us, man. Like, he could really do something. And if he's the guy, hey, maybe we don't need a Mike Hilton or Jalen Ramsey. Maybe what we got is good enough.
Yeah. I think we legit, man. I do. I think that DB room is a lot better than it gets credit for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I really do. I think it is. And like you said, Jacorian Bennett takes that next step. We might got something here with him and Porter on the outside, or him and Stokes on the outside. I mean, Stokes was a first round pick.
Yeah.
You know, those guys don't get picked that high for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And in my opinion, I think the reason why he struggled in Green Bay was just due to the fact that he might have been not a scheme fit over there. What they're trying to do there might not have fit.
He had a good rookie season, didn't he?
Who?
Stokes.
Hey, Stokes. He did.
Let's see.
And then he started getting hurt.
He racked in 55 tackles that rookie year. Had 1 pick. It was decent.
Then started getting hurt, and them snaps started going down.
Is what it was. So he was strapping with all those PBUs, but like you said, then he started getting hurt.
Yeah. And then the reps started going down.
Yeah.
Not to mention, when did they switch defenses in Green Bay?
Say that again?
When did they switch defensive coordinators in Green Bay?
Got me on
that. It was what?
Defensive
coordinator, what? He had Joe Barry back in 2021.
Okay, and who was it in 2022?
Got it right up.
I think that was when they made the switch. or was it? So has it been
still
Joe
had
Barry
Joe
this whole
Barry.
time, or
Has
so
he had Joe
he
Barry?
probably just wasn't a scheme fit.
Well, if
Last year it changed. He had Jeff Halfley.
Yeah,
and he pretty much almost was on special teams over there for most of the year until Jair got hurt, and then he started getting more reps.
Yeah.
And then no. Jair got hurt, and they went to a rookie or something like that over him.
right.
And then I want to say somebody else got hurt, and then he started getting a couple more reps. But yeah,
He's always been in a 3-4.
Okay, well,
let's see. Maybe he just needed a change of scenery.
yeah.
Maybe Green Bay was just too fucking cold. I don't know.
Maybe because, like Devontae Adams said, they only had one restaurant out there. That was the only thing to do.
He couldn't get his full big back on like he wanted to.
Yeah.
He said he liked to get his big back on. Well, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited about this team. Even the defense. Like a lot of people might feel like we have a shit ton of holes on this defense. The only question mark to me really is the slot corner. I feel like that's really the main question mark that we got to figure out. After that, everything else, in my opinion, we got the pieces there. Even at linebacker, I think we have the right pieces where we could make some noise.
You think Gaynor and Eichenberg take a step forward?
You said who?
You think Gaynor and Eichenberg, either one of them, take a step forward?
I say Gaynor.
I think Gaynor. Yeah, I'd say Amari Ferrari, bro. I think he's gonna step up this year. I think he's gonna take a leap, especially with the coaching that we have. We got some solid coaches there. You got Pete Carroll, who knows how to coach up linebackers. You also have John Glenn. You got Patrick Graham. You got guys that know how to coach up linebackers, bro. And you also got a former linebacker in John Spytek if he wants to get some pointers too.
Yeah. We got Jermaine Pratt. That's a huge move.
Clutch move.
Yeah. I feel like out of the two of them, he would be better. I just think that he's gonna get buried on the bench. Maybe he'll get some depth reps, some teams reps. But if everything goes according to plan with the guys that we have, he shouldn't see the field very much.
Yeah.
Who? Amari Gaynor?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So right now, the projected starters, I would assume, are Jermaine Pratt and Elandon Roberts. Or those would be your starters, in my opinion. I would say if we're giving one the green dot, I would think it would be E-Rob. I think he would likely be the green dot between the two. What are your thoughts?
The rookie been wearing the green dot for the second team.
For the second team?
Yeah. The other bird, Lindenberg.
Oh, Cody Lindenberg. Yeah. So I broke down Cody Lindenberg's film. We'll run down on blunts and breakdowns. Some people did say we might have seen a bad game, which, hey, I mean, it happens. Sometimes people have bad games, but we're gonna watch another film throughout the series. We're gonna give them another opportunity. Tomorrow, we're actually gonna watch Amari Gaynor and Devin White film.
That's the one I see taking the step.
Ooh,
Devin
White.
No, Gaynor. I see Gaynor stepping up and maybe halfway through the season snatching that starting position, bro. Real talk.
Hey, you never know. I mean, whoever steps up, as long as they're producing, bro, I'm with it. I don't care who it is. Yeah. I'm cool with whoever to step up.
Because he's athletic as a motherfucker.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on Devin White? Do you think he revamps his career over here in Vegas? You think they're gonna be able to get him right?
I think he does.
He always wanted.
I think a lot of people look at, oh, well, he didn't do anything last year. He's washed. He's not washed. He's still in his 20s. You have to understand there was no business for him to even try to sign with the Eagles. The Eagles, they run with a rotation nonstop, in and out, in and out, in and out, from the D line to the linebacking core. So he just didn't fit in. And then he wanted this amount of reps. He's not going to get it.
Yeah.
So him being with us, absolutely, he's going to be revamping his career, revitalizing it,
He's
and then
definitely gonna be in the. I
he
think he's
wanted
definitely
to
gonna be
be
in
a
the
ring.
rotation. Yeah, I think he's
Oh, yeah.
definitely gonna see a lot of playing time. He'll definitely be in the rotation. Now it's gonna be interesting though, that battle for that for that linebacker 4 spot, really, because obviously you got Tommy Eichenberg, you have the rookie Cody Lindenberg, you got Jalen Smith, and also Amari Gainer. You got quite a few guys that are going to be,
Oh,
and
ain't Luke still
and the
there?
UDFA Jalen Walker.
Ain't
No,
Luke still there?
No,
Luke,
we don't say that name.
yeah, he's
My
not here,
bad.
bro.
You
Yeah.
trying to? That's like summoning Candyman.
I got you.
You say that name 3 times, you summon trash.
I don't need that right now. I just took mine out.
Yeah, I will say though. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. Like that's quite a few guys trying to battle it out for that 4th spot. If we're being real, because Jalen Smith was balling when he's healthy. He's balling, but how long can he stay healthy for is gonna be the real question. How long can he stay healthy? Obviously, you got both the Bergs, Tommy and Cody. You got to see what they can do. I'm sure they'll eventually see some playing time, but I don't know. It in a way, even though people say we don't have a legit linebacker, I think we do. We've got some legit players right there. They said the same thing about Robert Spillane when we first got him, and shit, look how Robert Spillane looked. He looked down there like an all pro to me. He looked like one of the best linebackers in football.
That's why he went and got the bag in New England.
Yeah.
Don't blame him.
Don't. At all, man. He deserved it.
Yeah.
We got another
I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what our team does against them, because that's going to be our week 1 matchup. And we're going to have some real tests right there. If we're being real, like the matchup I'm really excited to see, obviously. So we're definitely going to see Robert Spillane obviously on that defense. So we're going to see some familiar faces, but I'm excited to see what our running game does against a Robert Spillane. It's going to be exciting to see I want to see Ashton Genty with Robert Spillane. Like that's going to be an exciting matchup to see how he holds up against a quality linebacker. Like that's a real test. Week 1, that's a real test right there.
Oh yeah, Vrabel ran defense and all that. Man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be legit. That's gonna be a real good test. Week 1, going up there to Gillette and playing up there, man. So that's a good test. Week 1 for the team they got. They paid big money for it. They got some. They got some high impact free agents. Their offenses should be pretty decent. They did pretty well in the draft. It's gonna be a real good test, and we're going up against another good head coach. So, but if I'm gonna be honest, man, I think we gonna handle business on them. I really do. I think we're gonna because they're not gonna be ready.
I think we're going to Boston and we whooping feet, bro. We whooping their ass week 1, bro. We're going up in there. We whooping their dog ass, bro. We fucking them up. But the real test that I'm excited to see before we even get there, because we still got a cool minute before we get to week 1, is August 14th. That's when we'll begin those joint practices with the Niners. And that's going to be a real test for our guys, especially the trenches.
Oh yeah,
that's going to be a real test.
Oh yeah, for real. If Christian's not out there, who's out there?
You got.
I'm talking about if
Adam Butler.
Yeah, as your starters.
Adam Butler. You could possibly see Lualu getting those type reps. JJ Pegues. There's a few guys that you can see battling for that spot.
Okay.
And I like the options that we have. I like the options that we have for sure.
Probably see him move Tyree.
Like I feel like You said what?
Probably move Tyree to the 3 tech.
Yeah, that's a real possibility too. You can move Tyree to the 3 tech. That's where honestly, that's truthfully where I think he would thrive at. Now, Robinson, I know you've said in the past you'd like to see him play a wide nine,
Yep.
which that's cool and all, but I don't know with the edges we got, bro. I don't think we need all that. Like just play him at the 3 and just use your big body, bro. And the one thing I wanted to see him do when we broke down film, me and rundown on blunts and breakdown is he gets that long arm. He'll get that long arm extension, but he gives up. Like instead of having a second move or anything after that first move, that's it. He's done. He gives up on the rep. And it's like you got to have a killer mindset, bro. Like fucking launch him into the fucking quarterback or fucking club and rips, swim him, do something, bro. Just show me something.
Yeah.
The other thing
That's what I would like to see from him. That I feel like would make him look like possibly a true fucking top 7 pick in the draft.
I think you might end up seeing JJ Pegues get up in that lineup early.
Really? Okay.
And
okay.
Don't forget, you still got Tasi. Now I know everybody says I know they had like Tasi working with the offensive line, but to be honest, I think they're gonna let Tasi rotate. If he ends up having the opportunity to make this roster, I mean he's going to be on the roster, but to be on an active roster, let him be able to rotate, playing either O line or D line, however you want to do it. But I damn sure say he's going to have his best action on that D line. I would use him on kickoff return because that motherfucker can hit
and run.
Yeah,
and run.
Rugby player, yeah.
He ain't a slow running rugby player.
No.
And he's what, 6'6", what?
Yep.
3 something.
Yeah.
348. No, he's what?
He's 9 was what?
369. Yeah, he gained weight.
Yeah.
Hey,
but I'm excited. Besides the D line to see what they could do against their O line over there, I'm excited to see what our DBs do against their receivers. Because if I'm not mistaken, Ayuk's still healthy, or he's healthy now. And you got Ricky Pearsall over there. So those are going to be 2 legit tests. Obviously, I want to see what the Rook does against them.
Yeah.
And also, of course, Jacorian and Eric Stokes. I want to see what those guys could do on those one-on-one reps. I want to see what they could do if they could hold their own. Because those are guys that, even though they had a bad season last year, like that team's usually always in contention. They competing. So that's a legit test for those guys.
You want me to be honest?
What's up?
I think the Niners window has already closed.
Yep, it has.
I think the Niners are trying to hang on to something that is not even there anymore. The last 2 opportunities you had them being playoff bound. They've gotten far left and right, gotten to NFC Championship. You ain't gotten to like divisional round. You ain't gotten to 2 Super Bowls within the last what? It was within the last
7 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
How do you fall short to the same team, not once, but twice? And everybody can say, well, the Chiefs. I'm like, no. I thought Kyle Shanahan was this whole offensive-minded guru that could handle this, and do this and that. But again, he still fell short.
Seems to be a pattern for him.
It is a frequent pattern.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's a frequent pattern. You want to hear the real thing? He just like his daddy.
Oh, hey, look, you took the words right out of my mouth, bro.
Because the daddy got everybody needs to remember this shit. Just because his daddy has a Super Bowl don't mean shit, because that was Dan Reeves' team.
Yeah.
For some of you guys that are young, and some of y'all that are Thundercats, I'm gonna just go and say this: that Dan Reeves squad, where he had Terrell Davis, he had Elway, he even had Shannon Sharp in them. That squad was his squad. It's basically like me saying Mark Jackson squad with Steph, Clay, Draymond, and then Steve Kerr.
Won a title.
Mm-hmm. That one always got to me. And then they wanted to make Mark Jackson commentate the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
But Shanahan, after that shit, what the fuck has Shanahan accomplished after that shit?
He really
Not
don't
a damn
like
thing, but only lying about the fucking injury report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, just like his what? His daddy.
Facts.
So everybody be acting all shaking and shimmering for fucking Shanahan. Shanahan kissed my ass. I don't think Shanahan good enough. I don't think Shanahan can even get it done this year. Matter of fact, I think Shanahan and them gonna fall short because if you really think about it, bro, in the NFC West, the Rams, you see that offensive power that they got, and that defense has gotten even stronger.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals are back.
Yep.
They got nerve. They are healthy. They are ready to rock and roll. And guess what? Even Seattle.
Daniel Jones?
No,
it's Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Even the Ghost.
We actually see Daniel Jones this year.
So again.
Yeah, we see Daniel Jones this year. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
What exactly is, like I said, everybody talks about our division being the toughest. That NFC West is tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the Niners are going to come out on top.
Oh, no. Not this year.
And everybody's still running around trying to parade that Christian McCaffrey is the best running back going into the season once again is bullshit.
That might be done. Yeah, that might be done.
His shit is cooked. All right.
Yeah. He had his second run, bro. It's a wrap now.
That's all.
You ever seen brisket just break apart?
Yeah, I just ate something today. Oh,
that's that motherfucking
don't say that.
Leg.
Come on, bro. That's fucked up.
That's
fucked up.
Just saying.
Hey, it's true. It's true.
That's crazy.
But we reached a little over the hour and a half mark. I appreciate everybody that's pulled up. If you haven't yet, make sure y'all like, comment, share this. Also, make sure y'all follow the guys. You see Jones's at right there, Phil Jones NFL. Filthy Phil, what's your at?
At Phil Robinson the third.
Mm-hmm. The 3 eyes.
Yeah, I'm the third too, cuz.
And follow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Make sure you follow the 6th man of the year, Jamal Crawford, aka Eddie Kane, Raider Tre at Tre Majors. Make sure you follow me, Michael Valley 24. Make sure to follow the show, Black Team Biz on Twitter, on Instagram, Black Team Broadcast. But yeah, make sure to leave a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, make sure you go to the YouTube link to leave a thumbs up. Also, share, retweet on Twitter if you can. The more the merrier. We appreciate it. But it's been a great episode, guys. And there's definitely gonna be a lot more conversation going on, hopefully, because we're in a dry period until training camp starts up. So I'm excited to see what this team is gonna end up being. But yeah, until then, like everybody just gotta stay safe. Don't get injured. Don't get deported. Nothing. Stay dangerous, bro. This motherfucker.
You know what?
Hey, bro.
Hey, you ain't slick for that one.
That's gonna be the new thumbnail, bro. You got a neck, cuz that's crazy. My guy got a neck now, bro. I'm shocked.
Shots fired at the end.
Weight loss, dieting, bitch.
Hey, hell yeah.
Remember, Corey, you were here with us. You were here with us, Corey. Non-breathable shirt wearing ass nigga.
That's the ISS teacher that teach you boxing lessons in ISS.
Yeah. Oh,
Teacher
shit.
nobody tried.
That's crazy.
But they just did it. All right.
But yeah, until next time, we appreciate all y'all for pulling up. Black team, you bitch.
Bitch.